In their pitchforks and their torches and stormed the mad scientist castle that is Fox News Channel. Our number one story on the countdown, Sean Hannity chased by an angry mob of Ron Paul supporters in New Hampshire last night, barely 24 hours after Bill O'Reilly breached so many rules of journalistic etiquette at a Barack Obama event that the Secret Service had to intervene. In just moments, the insight of Bill biographer Marvin Kittman and the premiere of Bill O'Reilly Actually Attacked Somebody Taller puppet theater. First, last night's moment of zen in Manchester. Presumably, the Ron Paul crowd was angry over Fix News' exclusion of their man from the Republican debate. But you know, maybe they were just doing this on principle. And then there's Billo, reduced to doing his impression of Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show. Seeking an interview with Senator Obama, he pushed an Obama staffer and had to be restrained by the Secret Service on Saturday. Billo then told his audience he did not push an Obama staffer and was not restrained by the Secret Service on Saturday. Tonight, he told them he had to push Marvin Nicholson to, quote, uphold the Constitution. Or maybe it was the Declaration of Independence. Sometimes Bill gets those two confused. Between YouTube and C-SPAN, we have video of everything that happened after Billo laid on hands.
Yeah, that's really low class.
It's ridiculous.
Really low class. Everybody in the world understands. Hey, Senator!
I'm not doing anything.
Senator, a word, please. Senator, we came all the way up to see you.
I can't.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of people over there. I need to talk to them.
We have a word sometime.
Everyone back. How about after the primary?
All right. Thank you very much. You're a good guy. We like you.
After the primary, we'll go on.
After New Hampshire.
After the primary. All right, we'll be on.
Gee whiz, Bill, he was on this show in October of 2006. Airing his version of the altercation tonight, Billo actually bleeped that phrase, son of a bitch. He bleeped himself calling Nicholson a, quote, son of a bitch. Anyway, for what we did not see, of course, we have Bill O'Reilly Actually Attacked Somebody Taller puppet theater.
I don't think we're supposed to be here, Bill. This is for the public so they can shake Senator Obama's hand. I think they want us to move.
Avast ye! Behold, I have become O'Reilly, destroyer of worlds. No one on this earth is going to block a shot on the O'Reilly factor. It is not going to happen. Don't you know who I am? I'm Bill O'Reilly, WJM News. I'm Bill O'Reilly, Fox News Channel Noise Network. You're in our way. You're blocking our shot.
Oh. Am I?
Move! 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 Move!
Oh no, the Secret Service.
Sir, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't shove me again. You son of a bitch! I can edit out that son of a bitch part later. Hey, Senator! Senator, a word, please. That's really low class, pal. Really low class. And everybody in the world will see it. Senator!
Well, sir, you need to calm down and get behind that barricade where the rest of the press is.
I'm Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly, testing 1, 2, 3. Loofah. The Secret Service is not involved. The Secret Service is not involved. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
On that note, a pleasure to speak with Marvin Kittman, longtime media watcher at Newsday, most recently Huffington Post, and more to the point, author of the definitive O'Reilly biography, The Man Who Would Not Shut Up. Marvin, good evening.
Good evening. What a vicious attack on Bill.
Thank you. As funny as all this is,
wow.
There's a couple of serious points here. I mean, plenty of reporters have had physical altercations at political events. Dan Rather at the Democratic Convention in '68 in Chicago comes to mind, but not many of them start the physical stuff. What was going on there?
Well, what you don't understand, Keith, is that O'Reilly is an egomaniac. And he's a very tall egomaniac, and as a matter of fact, he's going to be in the Thanksgiving Day parade as one of those floats. Now, you have to realize also that there are many journalists who are egomaniacs.
Like 100% or so.
Yeah, I might even say that you can possibly be classified that way.
Like 100% or so.
Hey, but what is unique about O'Reilly as a journalist is that, and this is his egomania, he has to be the center of the story. The story gets pushed to the wayside, and what you've been showing here is a classic example of that in action. And also, you don't realize that you should be asking, what was Bill doing out there, with the peasants in the first place? Now, that was very...
what was, I mean, was he showing up not to stalk not just Obama, but earlier in the day, Hillary, who then, played him like a $3 banjo? I mean, what is this? Scoop Newsboy gets the story?
You don't understand that Bill thinks that he's an investigative reporter, not just a loudmouth opinionator like many people think. So he was out there getting the story. Now, you have to know that his cultural hero is Clint Eastwood, and all his life he's modeled himself after Clint and Dirty Harry. Bill is the Dirty Harry of journalism. So what he was doing there is going out and sauntering in and expecting everything to make way for him. And his other role model is Mike Wallace. Now, Mike Wallace was famous for his ambush interviews, and he used to hide behind a potted palm. Now, Bill is too big for a potted palm, and he can't hide. So he does the frontal ambush, and that's what we were seeing. Now, I was wondering why he would possibly think he could get an interview with Obama right out in the open there, because, the politicians like to make little speeches, and what Obama could have only said was, it's time for a change, Bill. Good night. And but I would suspect that he had trouble getting Obama to sit down for an interview.
Yeah, well, he's mentioned this several times. But one other thing about this, half of the things in your book that O'Reilly told you about his childhood seem to be phrases like, and my father smacked me, and the nuns hit me, and the guy hit me. Is this ultimately a pathologically violent guy?
I would think not. Now, I had 29 interviews, and he never once took a swing at me, and that was a sure sign. But he is a very tall guy, and he's very physical, and he likes to play football and everything. He still plays touch football. But the thing is that his main weapon is his mouth. And he has an Achilles mouth, as you're seeing more and more. Yeah. He's getting into a lot of trouble.
And he's played too many games of football without a helmet over his mouth.
Without a helmet, yes.
Marvin Kittman, the author of The Man Who Would Not Shut Up. It's still the definitive book on the subject. Thank you, Marvin.
And it's coming out in paperback
Excellent.
In the fall.
Congratulations. That's countdown for this, the 1,713th day since the declaration of mission accomplished in Iraq. Reminder of our coverage of this now obviously critical New Hampshire primary begins at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific tomorrow. Chris Matthews joins me to co-host. Everyone from Tim Russert to Pat Buchanan to Rachel Maddow joining us throughout the evening. All the info with none of the grandstanding and none of the stalking. I'm Keith Olbermann. Don't tase me, bro. Good night and good luck.